time to scatter stones and a time to gather them, a time to embrace and a time to refrain from embracing. So a time to scatter stones. I can think about things like that. A time to scatter stones is a time to just take everything that we've got in our lives. We can talk about emotions or baggage. We need to just scatter that and let that go, right? Scatter these stones. It can be problems. It can be burdens. It's time to just scatter them up. Responsibilities, things that are weighing us down. There's a time to just scatter those, throw those out into the world and let it go. And by doing that, we're going to let God take care of a lot of that stuff, because that extra baggage can sometimes be holding us down, and it can hold us down for a period of time long enough to where we don't care about anything else. We can carry baggage so long to where none of the rest of life or time really matters. You get stuck in that funk because you're carrying these stones, right? And there's a time to, there's a time to gather them. Now, there's a time in your life where you need to pick up those pieces, right? It's time to man up or woman up. It's time to just get those things together because you've had time to sit there and understand why things are the way that they are. It's time, now I can handle this. We can't go along in our lives picking up stones and gathering stones and problems from other people, because that's not necessarily your responsibility. You've got your own responsibilities, and some of it you may be able to help people out here or there, but you have to be able to take and hold whatever you can gather, right? So that's why sometimes you have to scatter them. You have to throw them and pitch them as far away as possible, like stones on a lake. You got to be able to skip them away because they're holding you down. Now, when that time comes to do all these things, to gather it up, now is the time to go and gather those things. And then we're going to talk about heal, right? It's time to heal. We just talked about, and healing sometimes comes from this part of embracing and time to refrain from embrace. So those two things are connected, scattering stones, gathering them, embracing, not embracing. So those things we're talking about, taking responsibility and embracing emotionally, embracing mentally, and also embracing physically. We can embrace physically because sometimes we just need to be held. We just need everything brought in real tight and secure. That's what we mean by embracing something. We need to secure all these things in our lives that can be a challenge. We need to embrace challenges, for lack of better terms. We need to embrace those things that are designed to tear us down, that are designed to make us miserable. And we need to embrace those because when we embrace, we have control, or we're going to have control and dominion over those things. And then there's a time to refrain from embracing. When we refrain from embracing, we're acknowledging that, I may not be at a point in my life where I can take on this responsibility. I may not be a part of my life where I can manage this responsibly. So there's nothing wrong with that. There's a time to search and a time to give up, a time to keep and a time to throw away. So all those things together, there's a time to keep things. There's a time to keep people. There's a time to keep emotions. There's a time to keep valuables. There's a time to keep memories, and there's a time to throw them away. And it's not to say when you're done with them from a selfish standpoint, it's whenever your life is no longer needs it. It's not necessary to hold on to these things. It's not necessarily to hold on to these crutches that can be holding us down. And sometimes there's a time to search, It's time to search within yourself. There's a time to search outward, Whether you're searching for love, you're searching for answers, you're searching for people, There's a time to search. With all that comes with energy. It's like, okay, I have to have direction. I have to have a clear idea whenever I'm trying to do these things. And that's what time is designed for. Time is designed to give us a chance to embrace and to focus and to meditate on these things, to get our minds clear for those tasks, like taking things in, gathering, searching, mending, like in verse 7. It all takes mental time. It takes spiritual time. It takes compartmentalization to get yourself ready, because it's not the physical. The physical is going to follow the mental, but getting yourself mentally prepared for who knows how long of a task, or how long of a duty, or how long of an adventure this can be.